I started doing research on cults, how they form, how they operate, how do members join, then research on cult leaders, how do they act, how do they recruit, how are they successful and unsuccessful. And before I give you this example, think about Andrew, the War Room Network, and how he thinks everyone is living in the Matrix. Typically, cults start as religious groups, which slowly turn into something dark and sinister. For example, the People's Temple.
Okay, but what's the religious group that started, bro? Just because you put scary music doesn't make it true.
Jim Jones was a Methodist preacher with a sizable congregation in Indianapolis. He began to perform faith healings. Many of his followers believed he had a supernatural gift. The church would be renamed to the People's Temple, and Jones warned his followers that he had received visions of a nuclear attack that would devastate Indianapolis. This led the church to relocating to Guyana and forming their own little town that we now know as Jonestown. In the beginning, everything seemed alright. Just a group of people.
You know about Jonestown, chat? And then they all drank the Kool-Aid and dropped. This dude right here convinced like 900 people to drink cyanide-laced Kool-Aid, and they all just fell to the floor.
Eventually, a U.S. Congressman, Leo Ryan, led a fact-finding mission and went to Jonestown. While visiting, members of the People's Temple told Congressman Ryan they needed help and wanted to leave. Ryan quickly departed with 15 of those members. While boarding their plane, a truck of the cult members arrived at the airstrip and began shooting at the plane. Congressman Ryan and 4 others were killed that day. Later that same day, Jones, knowing that the U.S. government would send the military to seize Jonestown, was quoted saying, "No way for us to die. We must die."
Loops, yes, marketing is part of the creativity kit.
With some dignity. A drink mixture of Flavor Aid and cyanide was created and handed out to all members. Those who refused to drink were injected with cyanide via syringe against their will. In total, 909 inhabitants of Jonestown died that day.